Yeah, good.
Okay. Hello, my name is Joanna. I come from Greece. I'm 20.
Our children under 5 and expected mothers really get problems in the hospitals. Some die, and that is the reality. Okay, they die not because they have to die.
I think it's a good opportunity for someone to come, to volunteer, to have the experience of having something different from what we already have back to our countries.
Big percentage of the children, they eat at school. They bring a certain amount of money and then we prepare for them some meals.
Chakula chao kiwe kisafi, maji yao yawe masafi. Usipofanya hivyo, watakuwa wagonjwa, watakufa.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Dustin Suma, and this is G Times TV, where we share impactful stories, stories of change, stories that impact the life of people. Now, today we are here with the story of young man, the founder of Samaki cookies. Do you know how it looks like? Do you know how it smells like? Now, do stay tuned today with me as I have an inclusive and one-on-one interview with Frank Thoya, the inventor of Samaki cookies, not only in Kenya, in Africa, but in the entire world. From a far distance, you would think he's a county official. His name is Frank Thoya, alias Papaman, the founder of Samaki cookies. And today we had an opportunity to hear his idea, what pushed him, what drove him towards discovering Samaki cookies. Sit back, relax, and enjoy as we hear the story of Samaki cookie discovery.
My name is Frank Thoya. I'm the founder of Samaki cookie product in Kilifi County, Kenya. And the story behind the Samaki cookie is simply we have a lot of problems in the society, and at times we are saying we do not have job opportunities, but again the society has all the opportunities that we need. So most of the times when a calamity comes, when a problem comes, that is where jobs are created. So I can reflect it back in 2020 when Corona came. Corona came as a calamity, as a problem of the whole globe. And that is when now most of the people had the opportunity to think. That is the time I had to think of what is to be done. I'm an event planner as a professional, but then because that time people were not allowed to mingle and come together, issues were not very much okay. So that business already came down because of the social distance issues that came up with Corona. So then I had to think like, what can I do as a sociologist now? Because at the university I studied sociology. Now sociology is simply studying the society, understanding the problems, look for solutions, and see where you can fit. So then I decided to embark on a business by then. So I had to sell shark. Okay, I went around selling shark, and it took me time to sell dry shark to the communities around, because that was the food by then that can last long, and because of some movements, most of the people could have it as a delicacy. Okay, so then going forward, I'm not a fisherman, nor did I start fishing. So what I did is, after trying to understand more about fish, so I had to study. I had to do a little research on what's all about fish. So coming to that note, that is the time now I bumped in a report in the county. So the report now made me to think. The report was about malnutrition. Okay, Kilifi suffers malnutrition. Our children under 5 and expected mothers really get problems in the hospitals. Some die, and that is the reality. Okay, they die not because they have to die. They die because of the diet issues that really come with, and that problem really made me feel bitter. Okay, I felt bitter to see young people at that age die. Why? Because they cannot eat well. So then I decided to understand, like, what can I do now? Because that's a problem already in the society. Malnutrition is a problem in Kilifi, a big percentage. In fact, I think Kilifi becomes number 2 in terms of malnutrition issues. So children really suffer here, and they suffer so much, and the women suffer here, and probably even going to an extent of death. I think that the death really made me think big and decide to understand, like, now what can I do? Because this is a problem, and this problem can come in and it can solve so many problems. I will address the issues in the society. It can make you earn, it can create you a lot of employment. There's so many issues that can come around with an opportunity. So then I had to ask Google, because now Google had to teach me whether fish is good for children under 5 or to the expectant mothers. How does it affect? Is it good for them? Like, does it boost their immunity systems? So most probably yes. Now Google had to teach me some of these parameters. So I went ahead and of course I decided to come up with, I did some samplings to understand like how are the children going to eat fish, because now fish needs to be eaten as a whole. You don't just eat fish as flesh, you eat fish as a whole. And that's including the bones and everything. So you see, our way of eating fish does not really contribute to the immunity system that we have. So we lack a lot of minerals, the calcium that comes in the bones. We don't crush bones. Most of the times we are just going for the flesh and leave away the other fish, which is not the best way to eat fish. So then I had to sample children. Of course, I asked children to tell me what they really want. Okay. So some say they needed a cookie, some say they needed a biscuit. Only a critical child told me they need a sweet. So that critical child made me think like, now, how am I going to come up with a sweet? A sweet from fish. That could be a bit hectic. But then the ones they really wanted, the majority of them wanted a snack. And majorly they just mentioned a cookie. So I said, no, I think I can make a cookie. Can that be a story? Yes, it can be done. Can I do a cookie from fish? The answer is yes. Most of the time, as for me, I only believe that everything is possible. So there's nothing like impossible in this world. So definitely yes was my answer. And the technicalities is how. Okay. So I looked around now. What do we have around the coast? So the coast has the sea. That's a very fresh, green space where we can tap. When people are talking of blue economy, that's where we can simply go and tap all these opportunities. So then what do we again have? We don't have wheat along the coast here, but we grow cassava. Cassavas do better here, and even the best cassavas are grown in the Kilifi County. That is global, as a research, that's a fact. And the best cassava is grown here. So if the cassava can grow here, and they have the same similarities like wheat, definitely we could use it. Instead of wheat, we use cassava. Cassava is a free gluten, it's something that is healthier compared to wheat and the other things. And then I looked at it, what do we have again? We have coconut with us. And of course we have some dairy farming here. We have people who are farming fruits around here. Then my thinking was, all these can do well with an immune and malnourished child. These are best, these are diets, a full diet, because this person takes starch, there's a lot of proteins, a lot of the potassium, there's a lot of, when you're talking of the bones, calcium, and everything. So I said, now I need to come up with something that will definitely connect all of this story. So the question was how? What will be the smell? I had to ask myself, if I had to do a snack from fish, will that one be something approachable? Is that something going to be good for people?
Be able to consume
and people will be able to eat?
Yeah.
Is that safe, by the way, to the human consumption? You might be doing a poison, okay?
Yeah, sure.
But then I was the first person to taste that food. But because I did it once in my house, I used a small sofria to do the baking. At the first stage, it was a joke. But then I looked at it like, can this really work well? I'm not a baker, I'm not a professional baker. I know how to cook ugali, okay? I can cook omena and maybe other kind of stuff. But I can't bake, okay? So I looked at the technicalities and said, no, I think there should be a formula out of this. So I looked at who is coming in now, because now I need to look a professional. So I went ahead, of course, I found a baker and I told the baker that, no, I have an idea, I do not know whether it will work. But this gentleman said, everything is very possible. So of course he was marrying my composition, that may I believe like everything is possible in this one. So he said, can you share? I told him, no, I want to make a snack, and this snack is from fish. I have so many reasons why I want to do that. But can that really happen? Can that be done? He said, yes, we can try. So of course we went ahead in the kitchen, he did something, it was better than mine. But of course the smell was still there. But I told me, I do not want to use any chemical to maybe do away with the smell. I need you to do simply mathematics. And the mathematics should match that whoever takes the snack shouldn't feel any smell of fish, but the fish should be there. And this fish will be wholesomely. So they said, no, how can that happen? I said, yes, this is going to happen. I'm going to give you the powder. I'll give you the fish powder. I will give you the cassava powder. I will give you the pineapples, because you're using pineapples in the baking. I will give you all the raw materials. What I want you to do is your expertise. Do me a snack of this kind of ingredients. So it was like, oh, that thing can happen. Of course, he went ahead, he did something. It was better than mine, because I'm not a chef. He did something better. And I looked at it as a person. Okay, I loved it. That was the best by then.
Sure.
But of course, I said there's something that can be done better. Because we can't just take something to the market, which is not the best way. All right?
Yeah.
So going forward, of course, took me time.
Yes.
We had to test and test. We did the first launch. That was a celebration by the day, like we've launched this. We never knew that it has some medicinal composition of it, but of course we went ahead until last year February. That's the time we got the best formula of the snack, and it's a very nice thing, by the way. But of course, after going through several issues like, of course, we did a test. So we got some support, not necessarily through money, but kind. Some Europeans from Portugal come, of course, took our product, take it to the labs. So after taking that to the labs, definitely we got the analysis, okay? We had to do the analysis of the snack. So then at least we understand whether the food is good for children, it's good for people, it's good for consumption, kind of that thing. And let me tell you, this is not because it's a business language, but I think the world #1 snack is the Samaki. And that is the reality, because it is not just food, it has a medicinal composition. You don't just want to eat to make it you full, but it treats some, it has some medical, it treats some of the issues that you have. So that really made me look like, oh, so this, if this is it, then I think there's something that can be done here. That's the time I had to go on, looked into the story, now refine it again, bring people now, have a kitchen, try to look for resources from different people, sharing with them the story about it. It was all over the media, had been featured several times in CNN, and it was like, it's now a story, okay? It's now a story. So then last year, I think in November, I got the award. It was 40 under 40 award under business. This is under the business deal. So I got the award. It was 40 under 40. 40 people under 40 years in the whole Kenya. So then, of course, that was something to be celebrated upon. And it's through that time that most of the people now looked into it like, now there's some opportunities here. Then they said, why did you say come with this? I said, no, I am creating job opportunities for the people. Because looking at the raw materials, each component is a factor of its own. Look at the farming now. People now can farm cassava. Why? Because it is for raw material here. And that creates a lot of job opportunities. Leave alone to the farmers, the young people outside there who feel that there's no jobs. The country, the world and whatsoever will not create jobs for us all. But we have the opportunity as young people, we can create jobs for ourselves, right? Looking at the coconut is here with us. Of course, it can create a lot of issues. A lot of good things. Pineapples. The best pineapples are grown here in Cliffy, all right? In Malindi, the sweetest pineapples are grown there. Look at the cassava, it's here. Look at the fish. The sea will never end, the sea will never dry, you get? It will never dry. So now when we started with just one type of fish, then that can tell you there's a lot of research work around the business, because we need to do a research of all types of fish in the sea. So then at times you come to our business hub, you just explain to us that you are suffering from eyes. The only thing that you can do is give you food.
So what's the way forward after getting the award that you won? So what is the way forward right now?
Right now, after the award, of course, we are doing a factory. The way forward is doing a factory. We did some proposal writing to some agencies. We are lucky that some of them responded well. So most probably, maybe by September, we will have a factory, okay, a bakery, not really a full factory, but a bakery to start with. And that will, of course, articulate several things. Because what we do need to do is a full factory where we have all the machines, we have all the equipments, the well-designed equipment for the baking. And that is our going forward, because we need to create a lot of jobs. These young people need to work. And they not just work, they will work. That is our business. As they work for us, as we create opportunities for them, we keep on thinking and making Kenya and maybe making Cliffy a better place now to survive.
So on that point, is the factory or the bakery going to be in this place or another place? Yes,
we are going to do the factory in Cliffy, because this is where the raw materials are. Those are some of the principles of business. You don't take a factory away from the raw materials. Where the raw materials are, you set your factory there. And that will really help you in terms of movements and everything. So the quality and the factory is done here.
So maybe someone is asking as we end up, will the prices be fair enough for the common mwananchi, for the common household to get? Or?
Our concern is the people, and we want people to eat that snack. So definitely it will be as cheap as 5 bob per snack, because it's something that everybody needs to eat. It's something that everybody needs to eat. In fact, after the analysis, the recommendation is you just need to take 2 snacks in the morning or 3 in the morning, and you spend the whole day. You not feel hungry. So it has the ability to manage hunger. It has some composition that really, it's a magic snack. People don't do it. You just eat that snack and you live long.
So you're parting short to the young people who are yearning to do businesses that will be impactful to the society. What is your message you can tell them?
I think to the young people outside there, it is very possible. Just believe in your thinking. Believe in that thought that is in your head. Whether small it is, build it. Have the patience. Stand firm. Be focused. Know exactly what you want. Just stay in one lane. You don't have to squeeze yourself in all kind of manners. Just be who you are. Believe in yourself. Build yourself well. Have that ability to say whatever you are doing, yes, it can. It is very possible to create. It is very possible to change your life. It will change all once if you believe in yourself. It will change all once when you think what you are doing you love. Just do it with passion. Just love it. And I want to assure you, in the near future, when all is done, when you've done it well, people will come for you. Money always follow where an idea arises. So don't say there's no jobs. Don't cry. Don't think like things aren't working. They are very working. They are really working. Just believe in God and believe in your idea. One day you'll celebrate.
J Times TV, passion that fuels progress.